So, man, was this a rough week
Whew.
to start off?
In more ways than one, bro.
And we definitely felt, right? And we definitely felt it in the comments section, which I want to bring that up real quick. Some douche canoe who had, he definitely had the wrong vowel for her last name.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it real quick. So this was to our video that we posted about Mateus Nunes, right? We were here together on this, right? You have very good memory. I'm pretty goddamn sure I didn't say he was going to be the next greatest thing since sliced bread, right? I didn't say that.
Nope.
I just said he's coming into the side really well. Did I not?
That's all.
Let's take a look what this ass clown had to say. What the fuck do these two clowns know? He had valid points. That's Roy Keane they're talking about. Obviously, he fucking sucks that dude's dick. Yanks need to stick to their franchise sports, but at the end of the day are soulless. Bro, there's so many things wrong with what you said and can come back onto you so hard. So, George Cunty, the next time you want to come on to our page, you want to fucking duel with us, you better bring better guns because I got big ones. Well, with that, welcome to Snobby Boys!
You are now tuned into the Snobby Boy Podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Snobby Boy Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Colby, and that's my homeboy, Joe, over there. We have a jam-packed schedule. Yeah, kind of. Schedule. We have a jam-packed show for you this evening. But before we do that, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell to get all notifications whenever we're going on, whenever we have an episode pending, whenever we have a reel that pops up on our YouTube. Make sure you hit all those buttons so you see all those things. So before we go into what we're talking about tonight, I want to first let everybody know that we do have a special guest tonight. They are coming from the Bit-o-Banter, just a Bit of Banter podcast from the Arizona area. We'll be introducing you guys to them here in a bit. But before we do that, we are going to be talking about, obviously, Real Madrid. And now that we're out of the Champions League, big fuck. Yeah. And then, of course, we're also going to be talking about the recap against Chelsea for the FA Cup at Wembley. One little more thing before... No, you know what? I'll wait till later. I'm not going to do that now. I think I've already interrupted you guys too many times. Let's just dive right into it. Real Madrid. First half was probably the most uninspiring first half ever. Right off the bat, high press on both sides to start. Both anticipating counterattack opportunities. First goal that goes in by Rodri. Was Jude offside?
It was definitely tight. It depends on it depends on when the ball was struck. Because initially he was on his side of the pitch, so there was no offsides. But if you played like a little bit further, and then it is, so it really depends on when the ball was struck. But it was definitely tight, definitely a tight ball. And it was unfortunate to let them get a goal early because that's obviously what they were hoping to get on a counter just like that. So then they can continue with what was very clearly their game plan was. We're just going to park the bus completely and have all 10 of our guys within 15 yards of the 18. And that's exactly what happened. So the flow of the game played right into their hands and how they wanted it to go. So just very frustrating match on the rewatch for me because I had a little whoopsies myself.
Yeah. If you guys saw.
Night of. Yes. because that training night of the match was going to watch it when I got home, and I fell and dislocated and fractured my left elbow. So I didn't get to watch the match until much, much later. So unfortunate for me.
Yeah.
I got the news of the loss in the ER.
Right. Through notes.
Yes.
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. That I feel like there's a part of this where there was like an omen that I like something happened. It was like a sign of what was to come, and I'm lucky that it definitely had me worried for the rest of the week. I was like, "Fuck, dude, this means the season's over. It's something's coming to haunt us in the process."
Yep.
Moving forward with the match, battle of midfield, 110%. But there are so many silly turnovers from both sides. A lot of stupid little penalties too, like Rodri barreling into Kev plays the victim in it. That was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. They were in full flow throughout the match of trying to buy fouls as often and as frequently as they could. So
and it's funny too because there was like 8 of them that were standing on yellows as it was.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. So
I get it.
That's part of it, unfortunately. So
I get it. I get it.
That
but
way
it's
usually,
it's just cheap. It's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And Ancelotti decided, you know what? If I'm gonna, I get the tactic. If I'm gonna bring them down to my level, might as well get them to try to do stupid shit. But not really the case. All the same. Corners were dangerous all first half by KDB, but unable to finish any chances whatsoever.
Yeah, I think in the they had their first corner like in extra time. We had so many corners throughout the game, and Kevin was actually putting the delivery.
It was 18-1.
Yeah, and the deliveries were really good from Phil and Kev. He almost scored on a couple of them. We just couldn't. We weren't first to the ball almost on all of those. And you'd think after as many crosses as we had, one of them we could have got our head on first, but
yeah,
was not our night, unfortunately.
No. Well, and the low block continued to kill us. Mm-hmm. Defensively, there's always so many space, but space on the wings, they were abundant, but nothing was played.
It seemed like Phil was kind of wasted out on the wing. He wasn't really involved a whole lot in the first half. And when he's asked to play out there against this kind of low block, his skill set, we need more in the center of the pitch. And I think that was pretty evident in the Madrid game, because he wants to cut in on his left and get into the middle. And with that setup, there just wasn't space out there for him to do that. So with these, we almost needed someone kind of like Doku to keep the width and stay wider, to create more space inside for someone like Phil to operate in those tight spaces. Because that's with 10 guys back there, the area to move and to operate is so small and so fine that guys like Phil, who have that sublime first touch and that close control of the ball, that's where he operates best. So felt like we needed him more centrally and not out wide so much in this one. And somebody because I thought Jack had a good game staying wide on his side, but I think we needed that balance.
He did, but he played in so much.
Yeah.
He played in a lot, which, was good for the counter attack or the attack on that side. But again, we can't look at things and then say, well, he did this and he did that. If there's not production behind it, then it's useless. Yeah. It's just a part of the game,
I'm glad you said that, because that reminded me of one of my notes for Joško, because as great as he has been, when he scored his 2 goals, he was coming out on his right foot, right? And he's often, when Jack has the ball there, he's often occupying the space right outside the corner of the 18, and that's just clogging up the space for Jack to cut in like he wants to onto his right.
Right.
Kyle's been so effective, which we didn't see a whole lot against Madrid, with overlapping and making that outside run to to drag a defender out of the way so people have more room to operate. Joshko's got to add that to his game, where when Jack has it in lower inside, like 10 yards or so out, he's got to overlap and go wide sometimes to create more room for Jack to operate inside, because I saw it a lot in Madrid. I just rewatched it, and he was kind of just waiting for a pass back from Jack instead of like moving off of the ball to create room for Jack to operate. So,
right. Fair play.
Apologies for the dog sounds in the back, everybody.
Listen, Fifi.
Yeah.
Fifi, chill out.
Exactly.
Chill out, Fifi. So,
one thing I do want to mention that happened that I heard in the first half was the commentators opining on how easy it is for teams to come and play at the Etihad. How often do we lose at the Etihad? Whether it's loud and crazy like other home stadiums are or not, it is not easy to come and play at the Etihad like they were making it out to be. I think that's just an absolutely ridiculous statement to make from them. That was so frustrating.
It is because we have I think we're up to like 58 consecutive wins at home at some point, or at that point. Like that's a really silly comment to make, considering that we haven't taken an L in our house in that amount of time. So like that's again, media clickbait, the red media trying to control the narrative. It's so stupid. Like we have facts, like there are numbers out there that we can call on at any time to debunk the bullshit you're saying. So whatever.
If you go ask players and say, do you look forward to coming to play at the Etihad? The answer is going to be no from all of them. So
no. Well, and the fact that Real had to spend, well, not spend, they showed the respect to the badge by walking around it out of the going in the tunnel or coming out the tunnel. I mean, mad respect. I get why they were doing that, because like, especially when I see teams do that, the first thing I think of are all the teams that have wiped their feet with a terrible towel and how it's come back to bite them in the ass. Mm-hmm. Same principle here. Same exact principle. But they showed respect to us on this day, and that turned out in their favor, as we'll come to see. Or we came to see. Let's see. The Rodrigo goal. Great first save from Ederson, but it was an unlucky parry that allowed that goal to go in. Joe
went straight back to Rodrigo. As a keeper, your first responsibility is to make that first save, and then you hope that your defense is coming back to help you clear away the garbage. And we've been asking for the offense to clean up the garbage, and bang home some goals for us. Got to ask for the same for the defense, because that's what happened there. He's not catching as a keeper. You're not making that clean catch of a save. So he parried it away, and it just fell right to Rodrigo, who was able to just tap it in. Kyle, I think, played everybody on just a bit, and that's probably from him being a little bit out of sync with everybody, because he's not been training with everybody and playing in matches, so he's not going to be like super in line and in tune with everybody else with stepping and trying to play that offside game and that trap there. But it is what it is, man.
It is what it be. Second half. Decent attack out the gate. I'm just gonna run through bulletin points, because we do have our guests sitting in here waiting, and they're probably like, "Will you guys hurry the fuck up?" And really, the second half of this game, we all know what the hell happened. There's a lot of back and forth. Joshko needs to learn, like you were just saying, from Kyle Walker about overlapping runs to add another level. to the attack prowess. Back line needs to stop worrying about offsides and sticking their hands up on every close call and play, because that's really all they're doing is they're trying to get the attention of the ref. They really don't have any basis to what they're doing. They just they want a call to train or change the pace of the game, and I totally get that. I mean, it's a tactic. Is what it is. It's not a great one.
You want to influence the referees a bit if you can with those, but at the same time, you have to play through that, because too often, sometimes I see like 3 of them stick their arms up and almost like hesitate to see if the call is going to get made. You can't do that. Like if you want to throw your hand up, fine, but you also have to then immediately start tracking back to get in position. That way, some of these through balls don't hurt us like they have been. So
yeah. See, I'm trying to whack out some of the bullshit that's in here. Same play in from Bernie 3 times in a row, completely ineffective. Nacho almost gives it away.
He's lucky not to have conceded one there with either Holland getting a ricochet or him accidentally poking it into the goal. So that was unlucky from a City perspective.
Yeah. Little comment that came in from Ethan Campbell. Play to the whistle. Agreed.
Yep, absolutely.
Agreed. Hold on. I think that deserves something. Yes. You got to play to the whistle. Got to play to the whistle. Let's see. Where else? Let's just take this one big time shout out to Kyle Walker, because he is Vinny's master. Like every time we played at this level, Kyle Walker has shut Vinny down every single time. Like, let's just hone in on that for a second. Like, dude, you can't.
He matches him for pace and his positioning and body control while running as fast as he does to get in front of Vinny and just shield him out in his strength. Once he gets his body and almost boxes him out like in the basketball arena and trying to box out for a rebound, Vinny's done. And then you see what happens. He gets pissy. He starts pushing him. He starts whining about fouls, and his poor attitude starts coming through because he knows he can't do shit with Kyle.
Right.
He's too fast. He's too strong. And he's too good.
Yep. Moving forward from there, Real hold firm in the low block, as every team has done. We'll just continue to say that pretty much for the rest of the year. So, if you don't like it, that's just what it is.
Get used to seeing it.
Get used to it. Get used to it.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Game started getting chippy there around the 16th minute. Shallow yellow for Jack. It was very shallow when he got carded. I thought there was nothing really in it. I think it was just the ref trying to make a claim in the game, because, in both of these games that we're going to talk about tonight, I don't really feel like either ref really had a lot of control of the game. They kind of just let a lot of shit go and then decided to cherry pick which ones they wanted to pull out and which ones they didn't.
Jack got that yellow because a minute before that he had just gotten a foul and was chirping a bit at the referee.
Oh, then do it then.
Yeah.
Then do it then.
He decided to pull that yellow card out at that time because of that. And I get it. It was from behind, but there really wasn't a whole lot of contact. And Real, per usual, anytime there's a little bit of contact, we tend to make a meal out of it.
Yeah. So let's see the point. I think we're probably about the 70th minute. At that point, we needed fresh legs. Doing it. Oh, we are doing. I don't even know what the fuck I wrote there. I was kind of half on it there. Can't get a decent attempt on anything. Low block was still going on. Ball player in the corner. Zero determination. That was one thing that I saw in the set piece game. There wasn't really a lot of determination to get to things, especially on the far end. You expect your bigger guys to be on the back part of that set to be able to catch the higher ball and place it in, right? Nobody was fighting for shit. And that really worries me because like it's starting to show not just how weak we were at that point in the game, but it's starting to show that we're breaking down over the season and we're coming to our breaking point, and we're not able to get in there like we can do. I mean, we've struggled very hard this season with getting any kind of play into the box on a set piece and gaining or capitalizing on it. It's been very, very hard for us, and I'm not really sure why.
Mm-hmm. It's a mindset thing for the boys. It's frustrating, but on the other flip side of that, it's something that's correctable, which is a good thing because it's not something that's skill related. It's not something that's anything related to something we can't control. That's something they can control with their effort and their drive and mentality. And we didn't always see it this past week with Chelsea and Madrid, but over the big picture, they've shown the ability to get a result when they need to over the course of the last few years. So I think we should keep that at peace, at least in somewhat perspective, knowing that the guys that have been here know what it takes to get a title taken care of for the Premier League and the FA Cup going forward. So I feel you and I hear you. I think we're going to be okay though. Going forward.
Let's hope so.
We definitely needed that Doku substitution when he came in. He his pace and directness on the left side was definitely beneficial, and
massive.
His involvement was very key in Kevin getting that goal to tie it up.
Which, by the way, let's take a look at that. Yeah. Good cleanup goal. Smashing. Don't show us back, smash it.
Exactly. Right into the top shelf.
Yeah. Momentum. That swings everything. Right now, Real is starting to play scared at that point. Carvajal got real handsy at that point. I believe he pulled Jack all the way back. Still having trouble possessing in the box. It's another thing that we've had issues with and we've talked about in the past week is getting the ball in the box, even from the top of the box, through the low block. Impenetrable at that point. 4 minutes were added. Everything else is kind of just self-explanatory. I don't even want to. We know what happens from this point. Yep. You had a question though.
I did, because like I said, I just watched Fresh recently, and because of my arm issue, I really wasn't on the socials much over the last few days because I was trying to recover and heal a bit. But I felt like the general vibe that when I was scrolling a bit was people were pretty pissed and upset, and a lot of hate and negativity was going on post match. And last I checked, has anybody won back-to-back trebles before?
No.
Although they haven't. Okay.
No.
Do teams often repeat as Champions League winners? Unless you're Real Madrid. That's about it, right? So would it have been historic to do this again? Absolutely.
Sure.
But this kind of thing trebles don't happen every year. Back-to-back Champions League wins don't happen very often. So to expect or even, get this work. I understand the worked up part because trust me, if I was watching live, I'd have been just as frustrated. But to let it get to the point where people were just nastily chirping most of the time that I was seeing, let's tone it down. And I understand I know you were frustrated.
I was one of them. But how often do you hear me get frustrated?
Not very often.
How often you don't hear me get frustrated at our players. You don't hear me go in about anything. I'm usually on the other side of the fence when it comes to, protecting our players and speaking good and positive things on them. Do I have my little takes here and there? Yes. But this one, bar none, probably the worst one I've had since I started watching this sport. I was calling for Bernie's head. And the reason why is because literally building up into this match, they were talking about, they asked him, I forget what the question was. It doesn't even freaking matter. Point of it is that he was glorifying going in and having won a treble and how great it would be to have it done again. Well, then you come in on PKs and you send one right down the fucking middle. Like, my 7-year-old could have caught that. You bury those. And he didn't. And I just, for the life of me, anybody can get mad at me for feeling this way, if they want to, but, like, you're a professional. And this is on the big stage, and there are these things on the table, such as being the first team to win a double treble. And you literally just fluffed it for everybody.
We had the momentum at the time with Eddie stopping the first one and Jules burying his first one, so the momentum was there, and for that to kill all of the momentum we had going forward in PKs that's the perfect start. When you go first, you tend to win most of the time with these PKs, and when you bury your first one and then your keeper stops the next one, Uncle Mo is all riding on City. So for it to transpire the way it did is definitely very, very frustrating. We do still have something that's never happened before on the table for us. Nobody has ever won 4 Premier League titles in a row. So we still have an opportunity to write our names in the history books again. And as frustrating as the losing out in the Champions League was, there's still so much to play for and so much good that can come from the end of this season. So don't panic. Relax a little bit. We're going to be okay, City fans. It's going to be all right. Good things still to come.
My left nut still hurts, okay?
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm a little sour about it. All right, guys. So we're going to go to our intermission. After our intermission, we're going to be introducing our guests that are on here tonight with us. So give us about 30 seconds, and we'll get that all squared away for you. Well, that's not the way that was supposed to go. Whoopsies. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Oh. Our boys. What's going on, boys? What's going on?
Friends, how are you?
We're here, aren't we?
Boys,
here.
I'm sorry.
I've been better.
We have this little known fact. We have a 4th member of the Bit-o-Banter pod. He's a producer named Humphrey, and he gave us all different incorrect times. So that was why. That's the explanation as to why we were.
He's
been fired.
So
Don't worry.
Humphrey's actually a United fan, so he didn't want this happening.
Yeah, cancel that guy already.
Yeah, we gotta axe him. We gotta get rid of him.
So he's gone. Sorry about that.
We had to give him some shit about
us.
Coventry today. But yeah, thank you so much for having us on. Happy to be
Not a
here.
problem, guy. Absolutely. We're so glad to have you guys on finally. Everybody welcome Patrick, Greg, and George from the Just a Bit of Banter, coming all the way from the Sun Valley to the Rincons. They're coming in to banter with us.
What's up?
Ooh, yeah, Greg.
Wait, hold on. I got that. I have that.
Hey! We're actually at a professional allocation here.
Dude.
We had you guys on, and we didn't have any of that shit, but now we're here.
Dude, StreamYard gives you so many fun tools to play with.
I know.
So many fun tools. So, guys, Chelsea. We have two
George,
of
just spit your beer
our
up there, bro.
guests.
You okay?
God damn, I almost fucking spilled it, dude. You didn't give me a fucking warning, dude.
Yeah, we're coming in hot. How? Okay, first of all, how did we not lose that game? Is my first question.
Well,
Nicholas Jackson. That's how.
yeah. Well,
I mean, dude, that I couldn't believe it. We fucking shoot the damn ball. Make all these damn moves and just shoot it.
Nico was trying, bro. He's just not a finisher.
I would be less angry. Just at least shoot it. At least do something. But God, man, it's frustrating. I mean, we can bring up one of the 21 players and play and fucking finish.
So I have a question for all of you guys. Well, specifically the two that are for the other blue. Did Chelsea bust their nut a little too early after Cole Palmer's 4-goal night against Everton?
I'll let you go first, George. I have thoughts.
I am also, for the record, not a Chelsea supporter.
Oh, so wait, you're telling us we still have time to convert you, right?
There's definitely time. I mean, I'm definitely sympathetic. If it's City versus someone else, I would prefer City to win. But, when they're playing...
Hey, we got his foot in the door already. We're good.
I got them both. I've slowly started converting them both through this process. I just leave it up to you, the footballing gods, to, some
Reel 'em in.
seeds, some water seeds. Others harvest the seeds. You see what I'm saying? I'm just here with those seeds.
You're out of control. You better pump the brakes, dude.
Look at you in the studio.
Yeah, bro. Upgrade.
Yeah, upgrading it.
I'm loving that guitar in the background.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Is that the Taylor?
Yeah,
the Martin.
Nice.
The Taylor's over there, and then the Martin's right there.
Right there.
It's fun getting all those finger motions in there.
Yeah, I gotta mirror them. So my brain wants to go. Like I know it. To me, I know it's right there, but
everything's opposite.
Yeah, George, like you want to talk about, where was Cole? I thought Cole Palmer was like the greatest thing since sliced bread and, the greatest player of all time.
He's the pride of South London. He's the pride of South London right now.
Dude,
I don't know where he was in this game.
Dude. It's fine, dude. I'm good, man. I think they did prematurely got a little too excited come to this game. Guess you can say that. But dude, this
they blew
this is unreal, dude. Like I thought they played well. Like even with that goal from Silva, he was at the right place at the right time. You cannot say that was a gimme. The only one that I saw like a solid good shot was Foden. Foden's good shot. Everyone else, I thought they played well. There's numerous opportunities that Jackson's gonna probably had a hat trick today.
Yesterday.
Could have.
You gotta fucking finish, dude. God, man, it's bring on some of these youth dudes and bring in like the dude. I think his name was Studdard, Ronnie Studdard. I like to see him play. I mean, what's Worst gonna do?
George would like to see anything other than Nico Jackson, which I was watching that game with him, and I literally texted him when Jackson goes through on goal and like cuts it, and it was like, bro, what the fuck was that?
He didn't text me. He fucking called me. Don't give me that crap.
I did call you at halftime. I called you at halftime because I was like, what is going on in this game? How are you not 2-0 up?
Dude, you guys left a lot of opportunity on the table, but in all honesty, as City supporters, you guys had the better day.
We did.
Yeah, straight up. You were the better.
We did.
I mean, we were listening kind of in the background at your Real Madrid conversation, which I totally appreciate. But the first thought that came to my mind post this game was, I hope people can really understand kind of what happened at Real Madrid now, because Chelsea should have won that game. They should have taken their chances. They should have put, 2 or 3 past us, and they didn't. And we have one moment of magic, and boom, we go 1-0 up, and we're into the FA Cup final. that's football sometimes in these cup competitions.
It is.
It sucks.
It is.
It's depressing, but it is what it is.
That's a perfect description, Patrick, because we won on the day where we were second best.
Mhm.
And then we
100%.
lose on the day that we are very clearly the better team. We were better than Madrid, and anybody watching that game could tell City were the better team on Wednesday. And then anybody watching the game really on Saturday, we were not the best team that day, and we ended up losing. So that sometimes that's just fucking football, unfortunately. And as City fans, for longtime fans and everybody, like this is not new for us. This kind of shit happens. So, but there's so much more good that comes with being a City supporter, and there's, like I said earlier, a lot of good things coming our way, and I have every faith that we're gonna take care of business in the next few matches in the Premier League to get back on top, and I'm very much looking forward to watching the United fans cry some more when we beat them in another final.
Let's go. Yeah,
But George, George, you guys definitely should have won.
Yeah.
I had Noni, I had Caicedo, and Nico. I wrote down, if any of them could have just fucking finished, we
all we had to do was just shoot. Just fucking shoot.
Why do you think it is that you couldn't do that, George?
Oh, hold on.
Why do you think that is?
I was gonna call Nico.
Maybe you should spend some more money.
Yeah. I mean, do you think it wasn't enough money spent?
Yeah, he wanted that extra bonus, dude.
I'll tell you why.
I mean, do you think
Tino's
another
allergic
couple
to
million?
trophies.
You get spending bonuses?
Yeah.
Spending for spending? You get money for spending?
Yeah, you spend over a certain amount of money, you
Yeah,
get
right.
like a nice bonus at the Christmas bonus at the end of the year.
That's a hell of a bonus.
Patrick brought up a very good point, though. Pochettino. Pochettino's allergic to trophies. Yes.
Yep.
So that might be the reason right there. And it's
He
spreading
couldn't
to
win
the
at
other
PSG
players.
when he had a God squad. What makes you think he's going to win anywhere else? Like, honestly, that squad he had at PSG was a God squad, and he couldn't win. So,
Yeah.
I
You
think
look
the
at
way-
all the
they went
different
down in
teams,
the league
yeah.
there. So, sorry,
Good.
we came in and kind of derailed the conversation here, but
That's what we do.
our bad. That's
cool.
honestly that's what we do.
That's what we do.
We just come in and derail conversations.
Yep. You had a nice flow going before you brought us on,
Yeah.
and here we are.
Like you had
I
this
don't know
real
where we're
professional
going.
production, and then we come in. and
Oh,
we're
it's
just
so
like,
professional. We are so trash.
Dude, hey, Kobe, when you said like hey, we're talking too much and our guests are sitting in the background, kind of what the fuck you guys like? What are we doing? Dude, we were just waiting here. I had a cough attack out here.
Well, listen, if we can make this like super cool, I could get a drone and just like deliver drinks to your houses, so you guys are in the green room just waiting, like.
There you go.
But we're not that we're not that popular yet.
No,
We're not.
Get on it.
We're not sponsored by a Shy or whatever the fucking name is.
Well, you could be sponsored if you just read, like I said on our show when you guys came on, if you just made up sponsorships and you just read them out loud, they send you a check in the mail. That's how it works. It just comes a couple bucks.
All right,
here.
Joe. Listen, you got a broken wing?
I do.
You're gonna start thinking of some ads.
Chicken wing.
Yeah.
You can't even do this right now.
No, I can't. That's not the best
Seriously.
I can do.
I wonder if we can get some gift cards from Buffalo Wild Wings because you have a broken arm.
I
Good
mean,
idea.
I don't see why not.
I'm just saying.
It goes perfectly together. Perfectly.
Well, actually, you know what? Who we should really reach out to. And by the way, this is going to be a question for you guys later because Greg asked me the last time I was on with you guys, so you're getting the question asked. But apparently Nando's opened in the DC area.
What?
So I wonder if we hit them up. Yeah.
Oh no! Don't do that until the end of the season. They already have a bottle job in Arsenal, so don't do that till the end of the season. Just wait till the end of the season, and then we can do that.
Okay, then. All right, we might be past the time for it, but we should hit up Nando's and be like, "Hey, listen, I got a broken arm. We've got a podcast. It's
collab. Question
right?
I'm gonna be laid up.
Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna be laid up for at least 2 more months. That's well past the end of the season, so it still works.
Joe, if you
just
try
rub it
this
out,
heel
dude.
fast,
Rub it out, man.
you could try this heel fast, and it's apparently a revolutionary product designed to speed up your healing process. You could try that, and then you could heal super fast.
It's so.
I feel
utilizing cutting edge technology to accelerate bone mending, reduce inflammation.
He literally just put this in ChatGPT.
Regenerate-
That's where he's getting this right fucking now. He's in ChatGPT doing this. Your secret's out, Bo.
Sponsorship, bro. Sponsorship. That's how
I
it's
think-
coming
I think-
to your house. Next time we see you, you're gonna be doing.
It'll be perfect.
It'll be fucking
From all-
it'll be Gumby, dude.
From all the horse semen.
That's all it is. It's just
That's what
horse
you
semen.
need. That's all
All
we're
these
missing in life.
revolutionary products is just a vial of horse semen. It just depends on how concentrated it is.
They gotta measure your weight and the dosage. It's
Yeah.
typical medication stuff.
The more you know.
Yeah.
We're just dropping
The more
knowledge
you
here on this
know.
podcast tonight.
That's all we do. That's all we do.
Derailing the conversation and talk about semen.
Listen, I mean, it's great not to just sit here and read through notes and get things out and then make big deals about things and actually have this type of conversation because it's honestly a lot more fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Clearly,
It
I'm
is.
no tactics.
We had a
expert,
great
so
time.
You
Yeah.
guys, you guys are way better at that than me. So I just talk shit. And say, yeah, I mean, Chelsea should have won that game, but Nicholas Jackson is not a Premier League striker. What are you gonna do?
No.
Poor George.
I got here all the time, dude. I have to carry a case with me at all times, dude.
I mean,
Oh.
is there anything in particular?
Forced alcoholism.
Most people who are my friends have forced alcoholism. I don't know if that's my fault or
Is there a correlation there,
I think
Patrick?
it is.
I don't know. Potentially.
It's got to be uniquely Arizona, dude.
Oh yeah,
Bro.
Just outside of Arizona.
Oh, okay, on some real shit, I'm sorry to everybody listen here, and I said that I was going on sobriety. That fucking Real game had my nerves on, so I decided I wanted something to drink. So I walk up to the store. What do they have? Arizona Hard.
What's Arizona
Damn.
Hard? I don't know what that is.
It's Arizona tea, but hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never had
Arizona
that
tea
before.
makes a hard version now.
Bro!
Crazy.
Bro, dude, listen. You know how you get some of these malt liquor type drinks,
Yeah.
and you got that weird taste to it
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time?
Yep.
None.
It's the same drink.
None. They probably put no alcohol in it and give people placebo effect, right?
Yeah.
They can just market the price on it, Yeah.
Well, you know
Instead
what
of
they
90
do? I'll tell you exactly what they do, Colby. A little bit of horse semen.
There we go.
But
There it is.
Horse semen is the answer to everything.
It tastes so funky. It tastes so
Mm.
Just a little bit.
Playing a game of Limp Biscuit.
Oh,
Is that the game or is it something else? I feel like that's something else. If I remember from my college days involving a
Where did you-
game with a biscuit.
I have so many jokes.
I don't know. What I was like,
that's
hold
all.
hold on, pause.
That was a slow burn.
Chill, dude. You can chill.
Did you go to Christopher Newport? Is that why you're saying that?
No.
Good.
Last one eats the biscuit, Joe.
See, Greg knows exactly what I'm referencing. Thank you. On a football topic, for you guys, did you feel like the Grealish handball was a PK? Did you feel wronged by that, George, at all?
That's a dumb question to ask.
Well, of course you
You
do.
think I'm just saying? I'm just saying, no, it's not.
You said,
Always fucking going the other way.
yeah, go ahead, George.
This is me pushing the buttons.
Hold on. Patches can get all the votes. Hold on. Let's hear Patches. Let's hear this. Come on. Let's hear
That was
bogus
funny.
No, you want my honest opinion? Yes, of course it's a penalty. But you know
Thank
what wasn't
you.
a penalty? it's making up for last year in the FA Cup final, where that penalty where he's looking away from the ball and it tags his arm and it's a penalty was not a penalty. So it's just fucking karma. Beyond that, you had so many opportunities to win that game outside of that.
That you, I'm gonna agree with that.
Like,
agree with that.
Quit bitching. Like,
well, I am
everybody, and not
they've had this conversation so many times.
This isn't just for you, George. Okay, this isn't just for you. This is for my Sky Sports colleagues. Quit bitching about it because they had so many opportunities to win that game. And what are you gonna do? Go win the game. Be more clinical. Jackson, shoot the ball when you're 1-on-1 with the keeper in the 20th minute. Like, fuck off. That's football. You get a little lucky. Now, if you want to have a bigger conversation of why VAR sucks because of that moment and today against Coventry City with United and Coventry City, we can have that conversation. But, you know, it sucks. It's football. Yeah, it's unlucky, but deal with it. Put your chances away and you won't have to worry about that.
Maybe I will deal with it.
Maybe I
get a helmet.
I'll deal with it the way I dealt with Curly Jefferson.
Now that Patrick fucking finished off the
If anybody gets that was,
Go ahead, George. I'll shut up now.
and,
Going away.
Unfucking real. Unfucking believable. Joe numerous opportunities. But yeah, dude, that fucking ball went another side. But like what Patrick says, you know, it's coming from a year ago. Karma. It is what it is. But yeah, this VAR stuff thing is like, oh yeah, hold on, let me check that. Yeah, no, we're all right.
VAR's a joke. Like
I don't get it, dude. It's only gonna mean we have fucking robots doing it, dude.
Well, how is it that there's other leagues in the world that use it more effectively? Well, you have the game that's the easiest to look at, and you still fuck it off.
Yeah,
like it doesn't.
One job.
You have one job. Like, and there's so many of these refs.
A job, just so you know.
It's
right?
Yeah, I already applied for it, dude. It said no experience needed. And I was okay.
Done.
Done.
Dude, I don't know. Like, why is the English League, why is the Premier League the best league in the world, the last to adopt the most innovative technologies? Like this semi-automated AI system that works so fucking well in the Champions League and in the World Cup. It's awesome. Is it offside or not? Like, quick, 30 seconds, we're done. They can show it on the screen, the little graphic, you know?
Right.
I don't know.
Well, and there's some of the stadiums, I believe Emirates is one of them, where they actually have on one of the sides, in between the first and second tier, there is a rail that goes from byline to byline, and it shows you right over the goal. There's also cameras that go over top of the field, just like they do in the NFL. There should be no reason why we're missing, or some of these calls are just non-calls, or like, you know, it's
like you can't tell me that Wembley doesn't have a spider camera angle where they can just go straight down over the top. Here's the other thing, like, not to harp. I know I'm not gonna, you know, cover. Everybody knows, even most sensible. I think Ethan. I know if I'm pretty confident who this Ethan in the chat is. Me and George work with him. Even sensible United fans are like, know that Coventry should have won that game, you know.
Wow.
But like that's not, like, we were told it's coming in for clear and obvious errors. How is that a clear and obvious error? Because maybe if he has a size 8 shoe instead of a size 9 shoe, he's onside. Like, that's not clear and obvious. No human's going to catch that. But then they catch the thing at Wolves earlier this season. Was it Wolves and Liverpool or whatever earlier this season where they had that crazy VAR call? The ref got demoted to the championship or whatever. It's like, you're not getting those right, so you're not even doing your job properly.
It's trash.
I don't know, man. But at the end
there seems to be a lot of them. There seems to be a lot of them that need to go back and do like fundamental trainings.
Yeah,
for officiating, like
before VAR, because refs, even though they were bad, they were allowed to control their game. They didn't have this person in their ear saying, "Oh, go check this, go check that." It's like, stop. I'd rather go back to that. And yeah, you're still gonna have bad calls, and you're still going to be upset about calls when they happen against your team. But at least it's like keeping the emotion in this game, and it doesn't squeeze the life out of it further.
Yeah.
What's next? Challenge calls? Like, are we going to have like the NFL?
I mean, they were talking about the sin bin. I mean, that was on the table there for a minute.
Yeah, what happens when a keeper goes in the sin bin, though?
Well, then I guess you have an open goal. I mean, I can't imagine it be any different than hockey in that respect. But like, yeah, now you've just created a massive disadvantage to not having a keeper back, because that means you've got to have your two center halves like playing way out of the back. I don't know. There's so many things.
I'd go in a sin bin.
You're already in a sin bin, bro.
Right?
You live in a sin bin. You need Jesus. That's what I'm here for in your life.
Read your Bible.
Cinnamon roll bin?
You questioning the Bible? That says the Bible.
Do you guys have Cinnabon over there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm thinking about that now.
Thank you.
Fairs in town. I told you, we're here to derail the conversation.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
I'm here for it, bro.
Just, I really don't know what else more to say about this match. I mean, our notes for this were very cut and dry. Luckily, we won that.
Oh yeah.
Chelsea should have easily won this. We look like utter shit. And then Doku in for Grealish, which changed up a lot for us. Let's be fair to that.
I thought it was the wrong call at the time, though. I thought he should have come on for Bernardo.
I was in agreement with that too.
Should have, dude.
But what the fuck do I know?
Yeah, right. We're just
not shit.
We're sideline coaches, right?
Yeah.
Or bleacher coaches. Bleacher coaches.
The of a backseat driver.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically.
Exactly.
So we're just going to show you how that ended, though.
De Bruyne across. It's Bernardo Silva.
And the only reason we brought that clip on was because, as we were talking about in the Real Madrid match, he, in my opinion, fucked the game for us. So let's take a real quick look at that one too.
There's nothing better than a well-placed fart.
Yeah, ever. Farts will always be funny.
It will always be funny.
Always. A well-timed fart can change the
unless
game.
It's your girlfriend.
Nah, even then, bro. Even then,
Sometimes it'd be funny.
Well, listen, I always get the ones that are like when she falls asleep.
Oh, yeah.
Like she
wakes up.
Oh no, these are the ones she's been holding them in all day, and she didn't want to do it around nobody. But as soon as her eyes shut,
That's
that's a fart. That is a fart.
I'm gonna tell her that we talked about her farts on this podcast today. She's gonna be mad.
Damn, that was funny. That's good stuff, dude. I lost my shit, dude. God damn.
Yeah, I don't have anything else on the game either. Like,
dude,
your notes, yeah, we were
Dude,
crap. I mean, we were crap because we played 120 minutes, and now we're playing again on Saturday. So, what do you expect?
Yeah,
I'm glad the team has a rest. I'm glad we got through, and we got 2 trophies left we can win this year, and that's awesome. Considering the seasons we've had. I mean, last time you guys were on our show and we talked, I'd said, I didn't think we were going to win the Premier League. Now with results, is like, I would be silly not to. We have a shot at it at the very least, but I still think that this season is got a lot more twists and turns. I know there's only 5 games left for Liverpool and Arsenal, 6 for us. I think all teams drop points still, and it's going to be tight. It goes down to the final game of the season.
I mean, that's my same expectation too at this point.
Yep. Why the hell couldn't we have played that game today?
I don't know.
It's
don't know.
Very clearly FA saying a big F you to Man City to me. That's how I feel about it.
Oh my!
And did they actually come out? Did they actually come out and say why they scheduled it the way that they did?
I think it has to do with TV rights and the time, because the kickoff time for United and Coventry was way earlier. And to be honest, like Chelsea versus City, from a global TV perspective, which again, it all comes back to fucking money. Global TV perspective is going to have more viewers than United and Coventry. It's not even like, I mean, yeah, City gets more viewers than United, but I mean, on paper, that game Chelsea City is going to bring in way more viewers globally than they couldn't even sell out the stands at Wembley, and London's where most United fans live. So what the fuck's up with that?
Well, and it's always funny because it's always in the corporate seats. Yeah. How they allow that on TV is beyond me. Like, you should be filling those because, like, if you look over here, if you look at the 50-yard line or at the halfway point of any one of the games, that's the most packed part of the stadium. Yeah. And to me, that's a complete and utter stain when you do something, especially at a prestigious level of the game being played at Wembley. Like, those got to be filled seats. Like
the whole corporate and how they do tickets thing is, I mean, City's guilty of it. Arsenal, everybody in the Premier League is guilty of it, looking at it from this executive money level.
Right.
Like their new FA Cup rules are ridiculous. They're so dumb.
Well, that's funny because we actually just got a question from our buddy Chad. Said, aren't they fixing the FA schedules next year so they don't overlap with other leagues?
I saw like a brief tweet about what it is. I haven't really looked much into it, so I can't really comment on it. Yep. But what I do know is they're getting rid of the winter break and they're extending the summer. But from everything I've seen online, basically all that's going to mean for Premier League clubs is now they can go on these world tours, world preseason tours, and just rake in more revenue. So it's what
cities do in the summer.
It's always a money thing. It always comes back to that.
Well, I think the money gripe at this point, it's starting to fall on deaf ears because without commerce, without capitalism, shit doesn't grow. Your club does not grow. And this goes back to the oil club connotations and all that stuff. That's all fine and well. The only thing I ever see behind that is when people make those claims, it comes from two different positions. Either I wish that was me, or I'm kind of low-key racist.
No, I agreed on the oil club thing. My only point in saying that is, like, in some of the things I've seen, and again, this is kind of off the cuff and not as well researched as it should be. Some of the things, at least in the gripes within like city communities and city faithfuls, is the way they're handling season tickets and not opening up more season tickets so they can sell a more expensive seat for someone that is more well off to pay for that seat because they've had the success, seems kind of wrong to them. And in my opinion, football being a more a community game, and these clubs I get it. Yeah, you're right. You need a certain level of capitalism to make these things grow and to become a global brand and be City wouldn't be as successful as it was if it wasn't a global brand. So I do understand that. But also don't forget that you were this club that was shit back in 99, in the 90s. So
exactly.
Try and maintain your core group while you grow. That's always an important thing to me. Don't lose your roots. And again, this is super off the cuff because I'm not like really researched on it. Right. So take what I say with a grain of salt for sure.
I'm definitely going to take it with a grain of salt because it sounded stupid.
I mean, Greg, you should always take what I say with a grain of salt, just like I take everything you say with 2 grains of salt.
Yeah, at least.
I think the hard thing for me to get over in that argument is knowing first of all, the economic situation across the world is not in a good place. For people like us, Americans, whom are relatively middle class people, we don't have the funds or the means to be getting over to the Etihad for this really to be that much of a worry. But also on the converse part of that, coming with the comments of your tourists, your plastics, your this, that, and the other. Well, dude, like, I'm sorry, we're not the Americans that you see on the TV. We're not all rich. We're not all this. We're not all that. Like, we live very modest, if not below modest ways of living over here right now, and it's not that easy. So you're gonna talk about ticket prices. Well, for us just to go to an American sport, it's almost double. For me to go sit at a Steelers game, 12 rows for the top on the away side, that's $250 a piece.
A piece.
A piece.
Or Ticketmaster gets its slimy fingers in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So it like, I get the community aspect of it and wanting to keep it exclusive to those type of people, but on the other hand of it, you have to see it as you wanted this. This is what it comes with.
No, I totally agree. And the gate, we've talked about this before. The gatekeeping that happens between hardcore English fans is some, and it is. I would feel confident saying it is the minority, not the majority, because most English fans that I've interacted with are very welcoming and like, hey,
yes,
you wear sky blue, you're part of the family. Like, I get it. So I totally get that, and that's wrong as well. I'm just saying, I guess I can understand not so much the gatekeeping that happens. I can understand the frustration of if you supported a club when they were in, League One, and now you're here and it seems like the club from an executive level, not the players, not anything like that, from an executive level, if sometimes it might feel like they're shitting on you.
Right. And Chad's basically just affirming what we've said here, or what I've said. This is the first time he's getting priced out of a Jets game in 20 years. And I mean, I remember when they were that good 20 years ago. And I'm sure that it was very hard getting into that stadium. But
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and to be fair, to give City their praise in this conversation, which, they are, from my understanding, again, very poorly researched. They are one of the better ones in terms of ticket prices.
Yes.
From their season tickets to even in the door. I got lucky enough. I got to go to a Derby game and sit pretty close. I mean, I know what those tickets cost.
Yeah.
For both of us, it was about $1,000. So, but it's like, I can understand the frustration of if you go there and you've got your phone out the whole time and you're doing all of this stuff. That's a problem for me, because when I went there, I was engaged with everybody around me. I took pictures at halftime because it was halftime, and I took a picture of Kevin De Bruyne warming up because I was never going to get to again. But for the most part, I'm locked into that game. So if you do spend this, costly, $1,000 for, 2 tickets is pricey over
That's
there.
great.
A lot of money.
But for us, it's like, damn, that's only $1,000 for that experience. Like,
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So,
that's a fair point.
But if you are going to go do that, and you are going to be a foreigner or a
tourist,
local fan, don't have your phone out. Like, go and enjoy the experience of it, because I'm telling you, it's an experience. Even if you don't go for Derby Day, it's an experience to go enjoy a football match in Europe, wherever you are.
Yeah,
and
no matter the level.
You should respect that, in my opinion.
Absolutely. No, and I'm fully on board with that rhetoric, that mentality going over there. Like, don't be those guys.
Yeah,
because that would annoy me if they were to come over to here, my team, and just stand there with their standing up the whole time, mind you, and then on their phones on top of it. It's just like, what did you really come here for? Did you come here to show everybody, oh, look at me, I'm a City fan?
Yeah.
Right. No, dude, that's it. When we go over there,
exactly.
When I go over there, I'm taking in every bit of that $500 ticket that I possibly can.
Hell yeah.
My phone can wait.
Yep.
But so kind of like rolling past this, going into the week, Chelsea play Arsenal at the Emirates on Tuesday.
Do me a favor.
What do you expect, George? Can Chelsea spoil it or keep the bottling company open?
They're going to lose.
He's down on confidence now.
Bro.
I meant
Bro.
I meant Arsenal.
Arsenal's gonna
Oh,
lose.
so the
yeah.
bottling company will stay open, is what you're saying?
I don't know, dude. It's like a win-win, right? It's like, do I want to win or do I want City to win? You know what I mean?
You want your
Well, I
boys
mean-
to be happy, so y'all need to win. And
Yeah.
Cole can go ahead and have like another
I was
Hattie.
hearing all 4 of you giving me shit this whole time.
Well, yeah. That doesn't mean we don't want you to beat Arsenal.
Yeah. We are
Both
firmly
things can
Chelsea
be true.
supporters on Tuesday. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, Patrick.
I've always supported Chelsea on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. No, that's fair.
Greg,
Is
you
that
are making
right?
progress on that drink, my man.
Dude,
Right.
it's all in my bladder now. That's
Dude,
where it's all.
Are you?
You depressed me. I'm just gathering it all in, dude, about these ticket things, and then now, oh,
Stale, inconsistent, and uninspiring?
Arsenal Bottling
Bottling
Company.
Arsenal balling. I like that.
See?
Dude.
Thanks.
Probably tastes like tonic
I
water.
should-
Now, George, in your
Dude.
honest opinion, let's give him 3 minutes. Just go. How do you think the game's
Yeah.
going to go on Tuesday?
Well, let me gather my thoughts because what I want to say versus what it's gonna happen. We really need Lukaku back, and it just like, why did we get rid of Broya to Fulham for a loan and really relied on Jackson this whole time? It's just and I don't know, dude. I mean, Arsenal. I mean, I can't stand Arsenal, to be honest with you, for obvious reasons. But I think they're going to put another. I think they're going to come in hungry, not as much as how they came out with Everton last week. So, guns blazing. Mind you, it was Everton, 26-point deduction Everton.
Yeah, right. And remind yourself that they're playing to stay up because of those deductions.
Hey, I really hope. Sorry, I'm going to go sidetrack. I really hope that Luton Town kind of stays up.
God, I
They-
hope so.
I think we all do.
Yeah, everybody.
Between them
everybody
and-
wants Luton to stay up.
They've showed so much heart.
They try so much, and it's just their fan base. And I'm sorry. Anywho, I think Chelsea will win it, dude. They're gonna put it. I think they will get a dub, and I think Jackson will get a redemption goal on it, and then of course Gallagher will get a 2. That's my
You're going 3. You're going to put 3
You
past
Wow.
the best
Here
defense
first.
in the league.
Wow.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
I'd be happy with a draw, but
See, and it's so crazy.
No,
It's so crazy to say-
because we want to get Europe, dude. Because we're right there, right behind. I think we're
Mhm.
only. I think United's at 50. Don't quote me on that. And then I think Chelsea's at 48, 47.
another question:
we're
do you
getting.
think you can get
getting
Europe this year?
Oh,
I mean, it's pretty spaced out after third, bro.
I don't know, dude. I
But you
really-
guys are all.
Yeah, it's a good point.
It's all like within like 4 points.
Oh, I think it's like 4 inches. My bad. I don't think it's-
I mean,
If it grows to 5, you're average.
Bro, that's 6 inches if I've ever seen. 6.
right?
Yeah.
2 hands for your boys.
I mean, I don't know, dude. The next couple of matches we got is Arsenal, Villa, and Spurs.
You're gonna
So
lose every
it's-
single one of those matches.
You better shut the fuck up, Greg. Wait your turn. Hey, actually, you know what? You're behind us, dude. So you better pump the brakes.
Yeah, that's
Pump
true.
the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Hey, Greg, is Brighton still going to win the league?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said that. Oh my god.
That's funny. Damn, Chelsea is 1 point up. Or you're
Hey,
3
that's
points up.
one
Whatever.
just above, dude.
Don't worry. You're gonna get subtracted points.
Well, what do our
Subtract-
gracious hosts
subtract
think is going to
points.
happen on Tuesday?
What do I think is gonna happen on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Or hosts?
What do we think? Well, I mean, what do we want to win? What do we want to happen?
I think all three of us know what we want to happen.
Right. I mean, here's the one thing that I'll make mention. I think I said it last week. And you started it off, Patrick, was the fact that Arsenal has the top-rated defense in the league. They haven't even unlocked Yuri and Timber yet. So, depending on when he comes back, whether it's in time for the end of the season push, that will make a big difference with what they have on the road out. They're not in competition anymore, so that's all they have to play for at this point. Do I want Chelsea to win? Fuck yeah. I'll be rooting on. I'll be a blue for that hour and a half. But
go Blues, dude. Okay?
You're asking for too much now.
Yeah, no, I can't make that happen. I'm sorry.
Hey, where's the shot, dude?
Excuse me?
I suppose it was worse. Yeah, it was worse.
Come on, Joe. What do you think, dude? I gotta get your boy Zach in here, dude. You gotta back me up, dude.
This is true.
Oh man, we could have had Zach. Could have had Zach.
I very much want Chelsea to win. I do not think that's going to happen, though. Unfortunately,
because we are away too. So that's
yeah, exactly. It's being in the Emirates is going to be the difference maker because Arsenal can shit the bed at any moment. But they're probably not going to.
They won't, but they could.
I have faith in Cole Palmer, but I don't have a lot of faith in the rest of your attacking options to put more than one past Arsenal at this point. So,
no.
That's my as much as I'm going to be rooting for Chelsea, the football logic tells me it's going to be an Arsenal win. So, yeah. I hope I'm wrong, though. I very much hope I'm wrong.
Well, Chelsea, get up for the top six. That's all I'll say.
I mean, it is
That's
what
true.
it is, dude.
Chelsea, get up for the top six. So I don't think you'll win, but a draw is possible, I think.
A draw is possible. We often forget that, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't a binary thing. We're in 2024, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I identify as a win.
I think we all identify that way too.
Yeah, right. Right. I'm a certified 10. Nobody can tell me different.
Nope.
I'll tell you different.
We don't listen to the haters here.
No, I think I didn't realize that it was at the Emirates. So yeah, that changes things. I'm kind of with you, Joe and Colby. I want Chelsea to win, but this is Chelsea we're dealing with. You know, you guys been so up and down, which is actually what scared me about this FA Cup game is like they were kind of on this run of decent form, which is the same thing that happened the last two times we played them and then we drew. But, you know, they're just so inconsistent. You never know what you're going to get. But I mean, yeah, I hope you win, but maybe a draw. I could see a draw happening.
It's possible. It's a possibility.
Very possible. Last thing that we really kind of have as far as the footy goes, Liverpool play Wolves away and a Merseyside derby at Goodison before we see PL action again. What's your thoughts on them getting things back in order to push this title race? Yeah. Drop a bomb on you.
That was a tough one, dude.
Merseyside derby away, I mean, look, I think Liverpool are going to win that because just Everton are in a state right now. Wolves away is the interesting one where I can see him dropping points, and you can kind of see the cracks happening. I think this title race is a bit more between Arsenal and City and less between Liverpool, Arsenal and City, because I think Liverpool have pulled one out of the bag one too many times this season, and that's not going to continue for the rest of the year. Yes, I think the story behind like Klopp, we're going to win the title with Klopp and everything, like that's pushed by Sky and British media and all that stuff.
Yeah, red media is soaking in that one.
Yeah, I mean, and look, media for a football story, it's great. it's awesome.
Sure.
Removing my City bias, like, yeah, it's a great story. Last year, the manager who brought them their first Premier League title and then won them a couple Champions Leagues. Sure, it's a great story. But I think this title race is more between Arsenal and City. So I think Wolves, they drop points. But they're beating Everton. Like, come on.
Yeah, they're beating Everton.
Everton's just...
They're garbage. We know it.
Yeah.
But again,
Well, you don't want to go. The
they're
thing is, you don't want to
playing.
go against Sean Dyche when he's trying to fight to stay alive. So
That's exactly what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm about to say. They have things to where it's a make or break for them. This point deduction has seriously hurt their chances of staying up at this point. They are the longest club to stay up as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
And to take this blow, they've got to fight. They're at a fight or flight position. So does Sean Dyche say pedal to the fucking metal, maybe hurt some people along the way for this one? I'm open. George, what are you thinking?
I got different feelings, dude.
Ooh,
I mean,
that's what we like.
I think Liverpool. I mean, they have another kind of tough schedule too. I mean, didn't they just beat Fulham today?
Yeah, 2 goals up.
yeah, Fulham
3-1, yeah.
so.
Yeah, and then I think they still got Spurs, and then they still got Villa.
Yeah.
So it's still
We all have Spurs on the way out.
Oh, I mean, Spurs is always, but Spurs also just got their ass whipped too. So against Newcastle, so I think, Patrick, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna have to agree with you. You know, with the Arsenal and City, that's going to be the runner-ups right now. Is what my
You hate to agree with the wisest one out of all three of us. Not you, Colby and Joe are way smarter than me, but
No. No.
I just like to mess with Patrick, dude. Maybe he'll go back and forth all the damn time.
oh god, he
As you
winds me
should.
up for sure.
This is why we have this banter. We start throwing jabs, dude. Dropping elbows. Not you, Joe. You can't throw elbows right
I can drop a bow. Not a bow.
now. Drop the people's
That's
elbows,
one
dude.
bow. Let's look at my right one. That's a strong one right there.
That
You're fucking out of control, Joe.
I'm the most in control of the group here of the all five.
That's
of us.
actually probably true.
Right.
He's been the most chill this whole time.
Oh my god. Such a good
Greg, what do you
sound
think?
effect.
I think that Liverpool has been very smug, and they are going to get their comeuppance. They're going to lose. They're going to beat Everton. I think it was Everton. I looked up the statistic, but Everton at one point, I don't know if this is still true, but they had the worst defense in the history of the Premier League at some point. Maybe I'm thinking of a different team.
That
but
was
might
Sheffield
be-
United.
That's what it was. It was Sheffield. Never mind.
That was close, though.
Ooh, excuse me.
But Everton's the one that had all the points dropped because of the bullshit. So they're fighting for their lives to get relegated, right? Is that still the case?
Not get relegated, but yeah.
To not
Yeah.
get relegated, yeah.
Yeah. They're going to definitely lose to Liverpool. Liverpool is good. But they got Villa and Tottenham. I don't know if they're going to beat both of those teams. I think that it's going to be between Arsenal and City. And I don't know, at the end of the day, I don't know if it's gonna happen. It'd be nice if it could happen, if City could win again. But Arsenal is pretty good, even though they're pretty trash.
I see the Villa thing happening, and here's why. Unai Emery, from what I've seen over the last day, if United let go of Ten Hag, he wants United. So he's going to be playing his heart out for the rest of the season to show that he's worthy of donning that badge, if that is the case. So
It's great. They
I
can
can
ruin him too.
they can ruin him. So let's hope it happens. Let's hope that happens. I like Unai as a coach, but if you're going to go there for an image, no
That's all that
respect.
club is. That club is
No
stupid.
respect. It's all it is anymore.
I don't get no respect.
They're the Cowboys of the Premier League.
Boo.
Ooh, the Cowboys?
Boo. Boo, Wendy Testaverde.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the
They
Cowboys.
Fuck
still
the
a team?
Yankees.
Fuck the Yankees.
Fuck
fuck the
United.
Cowboys.
As long as Jerry Jones and that oil money's coming in, right? I guess I can make that fucking. I can't do that, right? That's wrong. That's hypocritical, isn't it?
Yeah, a little
Oh.
bit.
No. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a
It's
skosh.
Oh,
It's okay.
it's cattle money.
That
There you
cattle
go.
money. Dude,
That's what people would fucking freak out about over here. It's cattle money. It's cattle. They're slaughtering those cattle. Well,
bro. You know that milk is at an all-time high right now. You know it's
good.
more expensive per barrel than crude oil. So
Well,
he's getting that cow money, bro. That cow money is the money to have right now,
it's lucrative as shit.
dude.
Mhm.
It's lucrative as shit.
You milk old Bessie, bro.
So, so I don't know if you guys encounter this as podcasters when you put your opinions out into the ether, but we encounter it quite a bit, and we get some hateful stuff. When we showed at the beginning, this guy whom I
did he
left.
The fuck did
So,
these clowns know?
just for context, we put this video up from our last episode, basically talking about Mateus Nunes and how he's evolving in the side. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
This fucking clown with the wrong vowel in his last name
Country.
decided Jim Cunty. Yeah, that's his real name. But by the way, shout out John Owen for that joke. You win. He'll be listening to this tomorrow morning and be like, yeah, that was me. But how do you guys deal with incoming hate?
Well, I'll be honest.
We block out the haters.
Yeah, that
Block them out?
I've
Block
not
out the haters.
I've not seen a lot of.
We fucking bust the Drake, dude.
Yeah.
We bust the Drake, dude. We do the Heisman, dude. You know what I mean? Honestly, dude, people, it's tough when a lot of people with social media and stuff, it's hard not to look at it, right? But sometimes they got nothing else better to do, dude. It's just some big old fat dude playing video games, dude. You know what I mean?
That's
like Jim.
I
dude.
try and post
James.
and ghost.
Come on, Jimbo, James.
right.
Like, here's my thing: is like at the end of the day, fine, you're pissed off that some American is watching your football and you think, we might be ruining your game. But I'm like, are you out here creating anything at all?
Right.
Like,
Right.
have you done anything artistic at all?
Exactly. Yeah.
Then if you haven't, well, fuck off, dude. You don't know. You don't know what goes into that. That's
Right.
music. That's a painting. That's a
Yep.
fucking fitness.
Fitness Duke.
It's fitness Instagram reel. Like, are you creating anything? If you're
Right.
not, like,
No.
why? Like, I can't really take you that seriously, dude, because
Yeah.
I know the effort that goes into even putting. You've got the desert over here, and a
Oh,
river-
that's
it
so
looks like a
clever.
river over here. Like, you've done artistic stuff,
Right.
so I'm not putting any credit behind you. I don't care if you're British or American and you're commenting on that. Have you done artistic stuff? If you have a valid
Exactly.
criticism other than you're American, you don't know what you're talking about,
Right.
like, we'll talk. Because obviously, like, I can improve on shit, but
Sure. We all can.
And the
But,
only
like-
thing that I would say is that nobody has ever once disagreed with me on anything I've ever said.
yeah,
So-
I mean, Greg wakes up and pisses excellence.
I piss
so
excellence. I don't.
This shit pisses gold.
They try and type out a negative comment and it just won't allow them to post it.
It keeps auto-correcting, dude.
Yeah, that was
Greg
the
is
smart
awesome.
thing.
That's what's up.
Greg,
Well, apparently this guy needed autocorrect too because
Yeah,
You're-
sure did.
You're
You're-
One
here.
You're that.
Hey, you know what? You know what though, Colby and Joe. You know what? Actually, I would say about that is at least he fucking listened. Thank you for buying a ticket.
There you go.
Showing up and watching.
True,
the
right?
For the engagement.
Thank you for the engagement.
Right,
If
you're helping my numbers.
Like what I'm saying, suck my balls. Catch me next week.
Right.
Imagine being so upset and so living rent free in someone's head that they took the time to type a comment out.
Right.
To say how bad you are.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Okay, cool, dude.
Yeah,
like it's not for you. Here's the thing, like T-Pain has a YouTube channel, which I always like to mention because it's exactly what you think it is. And in his YouTube, one of his clips that I came across, like I'm not a major T-Pain fan, but one of the clips I came across was like, "That's fine, you can criticize my stuff. It just ain't for you, man." And
right.
like we need to be better at that. Like it's just not for you, and that's
right.
cool. That's cool.
And everyone's just mad, dude. Like, yeah, everyone's mad, but
everybody's mad.
Get over it, dude. It ain't gonna, unless you're a fucking billionaire.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I don't know if you guys could tell from this shitty apartment I'm in, but
it doesn't make sense, dude. Like, it doesn't make sense at all, dude. Like, with these people, saying overseas, like you guys are buying merch, dude. You're giving them sales. You know what I mean? Right. It doesn't make sense to me. Like we don't.
Are you waking up at 4 a.m. to watch games?
4 o'clock.
No, you're not.
Dude. Are you kidding me? Like
I'm waking up at 4 a.m. to watch City. So fuck off.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was not born in the UK.
Jolly
I
old
don't have
England.
any control of that. And to be honest, that's probably not a City fan. What's up, Kronk? I see you in the chat.
Heyo.
Hey,
Kronk over at Shades of Blue. Hold on. Shout out at Kronk at Shades of Blue. They're gonna be the next City podcast that pops off. They're doing the hard work. They just They just had their Chicago meet and greet thing. You guys are awesome. You guys are killing it. Keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna echo that. Kronk, Lando, Tom Baum, Tarek.
Yep.
You guys. I think I'm missing one. Lando. Oh, Sharpie. My bad.
Sharpie Sharpie apparently lives in the DMV.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Where are you at, Sharpie? Let's watch a match or something. Shit. Right?
Yeah.
No, we've
and all that stuff. So that's good stuff, dude. Yeah, shout out to you guys, boys.
Yeah, we've been we've had long contact with Kronk. Actually, little factoid. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be sitting here anymore.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yep.
Well,
he went out of his way. We had shut this down. We had shut the Snobby Boys down. He came my way, got on my DMs, and said, "Listen, I'm not letting you leave."
Wow. That's a good guy.
I mean, just to make that one statement, and you get the whole essence of what it was. Like I was done with it. I was like, "This is dumb." Everybody I had around me wasn't fucking doing their part, and I'm sure you guys know on the other side, like it's not as easy as it looks.
Nope.
No, of course not.
It's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot that goes into this. There's a lot of time. There's a lot of effort. There's a lot of shit you deal with. I had gotten done with it, and he said, "Dude, you're not leaving this." He's like, "I see it. I see your passion for this. Don't quit. Keep going." So I appreciate him for keeping me here, which has allotted us the grounds to sit here together and talk about football.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kronk's doing like all the Shades of Blue guy are awesome, but I know Kronk has personally reached out to me as well to be a part of his lit stream, and I know he's a big driving factor behind that. So shout out to all the guys, but Kronk, you guys, you're
it's not just
metal,
that,
bro.
They do fucking a lot of shit, dude. They do the lit, the
Breaking Bread, women's.
They do.
Yep.
Like I thought Kronk had said something about like 6 episodes a week.
God damn.
So
Homeboy does a lot.
Like Colby, like what you said, dude. It is tough, dude, especially if you have kids and the schedule. And you work. To put it all in. It's I'm on that same wagon as you do, with kids and the wife and doing the sports thing and Joe. When you coach, I coach my kids as well. It's it's a battle, dude. You know, and I shout out to Patrick and Greg too, helping me out with because at times it's for us it helps me with to do the pod, like do it real late, but it's tough to because we like to do this and it's we got to put the effort in what we want to do. You know what I mean? Because then not just my schedule, but I got to go with Greg's and Patrick's. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's and then when we have guests on, East Coast, Central Time, Pacific Standard Time with Hollywood Kickbacks. Shout out to you boys.
Yes, sir.
It's a passion you have to do it. You know what I mean? So even though it's on the Chelsea side, how we met with Snobby, Hollywood, Crunk, and Citizen Fancast, and the Premier Chels, all them. How we
I even say it, the American Red Devils podcast,
and even the American Red Devils
United
podcast,
fans,
United fans, and shout out to you guys too. It's
not your team, but you guys personally.
But it's funny how we all just collaborate from the sport that most of us are all in the States, right?
Right.
Into the overseas, right? It's interesting how, and we still get shit for it, dude. Which I don't get it. I just but the Drake, dude. You know what I mean? It's
right.
You're always gonna get those people. You know what I mean?
I've gotten to the point where it's rolled off my shoulders a lot more so than it has in the past. I'm not like trying to make myself sound special. I just think I have a very cool and unique story to the game because, and I'm not sure if you guys know this exactly. I've said it 100 times, and that's not saying that whatever. I came in this game just a few years ago. I hated this game. I thought this game was for pussies. I thought it was for overprivileged kids that didn't know how to take a tackle. I thought it was for any numerous reasons that you could possibly have heard in your lifetime why American doesn't like the sport. It took COVID. It took my hometown looking like shit for me to decide, maybe I should look somewhere different for not my kicks, but like just something to feel like you belong to it, And there's not a lot in my life that I've ever been like, this fulfills me in a certain way, but football has done that. And I feel so stupid for letting 30 years of my life go by and not pay attention to the game. So now coming into it now, having spent 3 seasons just completely submerged in the game.
Yeah.
And then to turn around to do this because I really love talking about the game just as you do, just as all the rest of our fellow podcasts do. And then to be shit on right on top of it, it was a definite kick in the ass, but also kick in the balls at the same time. Mm-hmm. So when I get comments like that, and it's just like, dude, you don't even fucking know me. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, and the thing of it too is like, if anybody knows me face to face, you're not going to say that shit to my face.
Yeah. Say that shit to my face, bitch.
Yeah, say that shit to my face. I bet you won't, Keyboard Warriors. But no, for real, screw the haters. Screw the haters, homie.
Fuck the haters.
Keep killing it. Yeah, dude. Fuck the haters. Yeah. They'll suck. Anyways. Let's get into a little Q&A with you guys real quick before we shut this shit down. First question that Joe and I have collectively. I'm going to start it off with a fucking bang. Why can't we be friends?
Excellent question.
Song, dude.
Why can't we be friends? I can tell you why. My mom said that your mom, we don't like your mom, so we can't be friends anymore. That's why.
Well, I didn't realize she was a fucking Facebook communist. What the fuck, dude?
You two, George and Greg, both of you pop up on my suggested friends list every day. And I add you guys every time.
Well, am I out of this conversation? Because I think I'm friends with both of you guys.
Yeah. You are.
Patrick, yours doesn't show up for whatever reason in the algorithm, but Greg and George always do. And it tells me you don't have any mutual friends, so you guys can't add each other. I was like, what? These are my boys. Why the fuck can't I get like
that doesn't make
Facebook
any
friends
sense
with these dudes?
Thank you. Good night.
Right.
Dude. All right, guys.
That's weird. I'll add you next time I see you. I don't know why that
See
is.
if you can add me, because I've been trying to add you guys for the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks.
That's so weird. I don't know
I
why.
keep declining, dude.
That's what I thought.
You
That's why we
son
asked
of
the
a
question.
bitch! You son of a bitch!
You're sandbagging, son of a bitch.
Excuse me?
Why can't we?
I'm waiting for
On that
another
note, thank
question.
you, Joe, for
We'll have to fix that.
shouting out to the
That's-
music, man. I really
that's for
appreciate
sure.
that.
Hell yeah, man.
We'll have to fix that.
Yeah.
So
'Cause that
You know
might
what?
be the reason.
Huh?
no, to answer your questions, we're on the West Coast, you're on the East Coast. Of course we'll be friends, dude.
Westerners don't mix with Easterners.
Yeah. You're right.
No, just mountain time people, right?
Tupac. Yeah.
Mountain time.
Mountain time people. So you guys had asked me a very specific question last time I was on your show about food. Greg was the one that actually asked this. So personal question for me. Where is a restaurant you've been dying to try in the U.S., being that you live in a sort of central hub for almost all fast food joints in the U.S.?
Ooh.
I would like to try a hoagie down at Wawa's.
All right.
I definitely want to go to Buc-ee's.
Yes.
That's not just for food.
Yeah, Buc-ee's would be
Bro,
sick.
they have a whole wall of jerky. A whole wall.
The whole wall. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
and then
love
you
to.
can get
They're
your beef
actually
stick.
building one in Goodyear, and I plan to take a trip there.
They're building a Buc-ee's
Nice.
in Goodyear?
They are.
I think
That makes sense. That makes all the sense.
Yeah,
they're
because
building
Goodyear
out.
doesn't have anything else good going
Yeah.
for it.
That makes all the sense.
I would love to. Honestly, I would love to go to New York for food. I would love to go to Cat's Delicatessen.
Yes.
I would love to try just a hot dog off the street.
You have Sonoran dogs,
Cheesesteak
though.
and Phillies. Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
and
we have
they're
Sonoran
delicious.
dogs.
Sonoran dogs.
I had one last week. See, I thought that Sonoran dogs would be a fucking brilliant idea to take anywhere because
No.
there's nothing about it that is
It's unique.
limited geographically. You have everything everywhere. You can get fucking tomatoes everywhere, onions everywhere, beans everywhere,
Yeah, but no.
mayonnaise, mustard. You can make your own jalapeno relish.
I was about to say it's a jalapeno relish.
You can make that. That's not that difficult. You just puree. It's more like a
I'm getting hungry,
jalapeno
dude.
puree.
Nah,
You
it
just
only
Right.
makes sense in Arizona though. Like that's
It
the
does. It does. But I don't know. I've always thought that if you took a fucking Sonoran dog truck to New York City, you would clean up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it would.
I think
I'm sure it would.
thing. 'Cause it's
Well, you could do
novel
a
and
lot of
it's kinda- yeah, like
Yeah.
you could do a lot of Southwest food that isn't in Tex-Mex or whatever. Like literally just New Mexico green chili, you could make
Oh yeah.
tons of fucking things just with that
Love
over here, and people would go on it.
loves green chili.
I don't know. For me, it's actually a place I've been to before, but I'd love to go back. It's this place called Cops, and it's in Milwaukee. It's a burger
Cobbs?
That's
joint.
new.
Cops Burger.
That's new.
Like police
And-
cops or cops?
KOPS.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's still there, but it's in Milwaukee, and that shit is the best burger I've ever had in my entire life.
Really?
They have custard there as well.
Well, it's Milwaukee.
Yeah.
It's so damn good. But the other place that I haven't been is probably what's it called? I think it's like a steakhouse in LA. I think it's called Nobu or something like
Oh,
that.
that's a seafood restaurant. That's like a sushi place.
I'm over here thinking it's raw bar.
Nobu is where all the fancy people go.
Yeah, maybe it's I don't know.
Yeah.
But somewhere like that in LA but I
They
don't
have
know.
them all over, actually. They have them in like Miami and all the big cities. But yeah, they have.
I'm sure they've got one in DC.
Right off yeah, I would be pretty sure they. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, Roots Chris is our thing over here, so I don't know if they would really get in the mix. Like, you guys got Fleming's out there, and like, you know what I'm saying?
48.
Yeah,
We
Steak
do,
48.
48 bomb.
I can still make a better steak than any fucking steakhouse I've ever been to.
Facts.
I cannot do prime rib as good, but if I had,
It's all about the
time
crust.
and the
You know,
money to practice on fucking making prime rib, because those shits are like $100 now for a chub now. Like a pound and
Yeah.
a half is crazy expensive. That's not the kind of thing that you can try and make, and then I fucked up, so let me make another one. You know what I'm saying?
Prime rib, you've got to get the whole rack, and you've got to crust it correctly, and you have to bake it correctly, and you have to bring the temperature down correctly.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll sit here and tell you all day about that chick because I used to cook it every week at the restaurants I used to work at.
Yeah.
My just real quick, my wife made a prime rib before, and it's she made it fantastic. It was so awesome with that, and so it's always good stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
It is, dude. Happy wife, dude. You know what I mean? You get good
George, you're
stuff.
from California. Where would you go, man?
It's Big G, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where would you go, Mr. Cali Daddy?
Yeah.
Mr. Barbecue in Orange County.
No,
you know what I'm talking about?
Okay, well, yes, I do.
Oh, dude, that place is the
That shit
fucking
is-
shit.
I haven't been there in years,
Bro,
dude.
Yesenia turned me
Hey,
on to that.
if you and Yesenia go,
Shout out to you,
whenever
babe.
next you guys
Never
go,
watched this.
dude,
That shit is bomb.
it's fucking good. Dude. I haven't been there. I haven't been in a minute. Dude. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, man.
No, you're good.
I had a
You're
little
good.
sidetrack on that, dude. But in California, there's a place called Laurie's Prime Rib House. I don't know if you guys ever had that. There's also one in Vegas too. I'm not sure. how
Did
far it
you
goes.
say Laurie's?
Laurie's?
Like the seasoning?
Laurie's seasoning, yeah.
Lowry's?
Lowry's. Dude. But anyway,
if you know, you know.
Yeah.
yeah,
Seasoned salt. I haven't ever been
Seasoned
there.
salt.
yeah, that's good stuff, dude. I would say that, and then East Coast wise, I would like to give myself a good. I haven't been to East Coast, so I would say maybe a good Philly cheesesteak off the streets, or a pizza off the streets. And if I remember correctly, Joe, you're from Maine, so I like to get. I'm a big fan of clam chowder, dude.
Oh,
So
yeah.
with the bread bowls,
Mhm.
I would like to have one of those.
Yes,
dude.
sir.
Don't put Old Bay in it. He'll yell at you.
Hey,
Does not go
hey,
with
if I
Vegas.
ever go to the East Coast, I'll say, hey, Joe, where do I go, dude? But
Then
hey,
hit me
you have,
up.
you have to accept my friend request, though.
You gotta be able to have friend requests acceptable, bro. What are you fucking Oprah?
I don't think it might be a setting. It's possible that it's a setting on on my Facebook that maybe I changed at one point in time. I'll look at it and I'll add you today. We'll do that.
Good man.
Make that right.
Good man. Good, because I have other questions, Tucson related questions.
Go ahead.
Uh,
It's falling apart.
It's all garbage.
I already know that it is.
Yeah.
I already know that it is. When I left there, it was on the cusp.
Mm-hmm.
One of the girls that I knew from out there, she was on one of the Tucson pages on Facebook of her running across the street naked on meth.
Yeah, I was going to say fentanyl, but meth is pretty
Yep.
popular.
Yeah, good times, right?
Yeah, good times, man. They're wild out here. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Tucson is falling apart, and I believe that I could be pretty confident in saying the leadership of Tucson is garbage. Every single person that is in charge of from the city council, the mayor, every single person is just trash. And this is it's just been going downhill especially since fucking COVID. It ruined everything, but it's really garbage.
Wow,
So
that's almost universal at this point.
Yeah, no, everything's been trash. Everything's been trash. The price of shit's going up. The quality of everything is going down. The roads are not safe. The streets are fucking falling apart. People are playing Frogger in fucking traffic all day long. No bueno. So
that's exactly what I'm used to from being out there. And also, I live by the Miniature Time Machine Museum. Literally, I was friends with the owners of that place, if you know where that is. It's on Fort McDowell.
Okay, yeah. I'm probably about 15 minutes east of you.
Swan and Fort McDowell.
Yep, exactly.
What
you're talking about.
All right, so moving forward, we'll get out of that. And I'm gonna, Greg, since I'm on you, we can just rotate through this. What's your go-to white lie to get out of work, activity, or responsibilities with your significant other?
Oh, I have a built-in one, and my girlfriend's sleeping right now, so she won't hear me. But I had a traumatic brain injury about
Okay.
7, 8, 6, 7. I don't know. Whatever 2017 is like 7, 8 years ago. But if I ever forget something, or I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this, I'm like, oh, I have a headache, or oh, I don't remember because I have short-term memory loss. Built in, bro. Built-in excuse.
Patrick
uses it with David all the time.
It's not complete bullshit because sometimes I still get headaches and I get dizzy. I have had it long enough to where I pretty much know how to deal with it, and it's like really not noticeable anymore. But I can still pull the card out. I can still pull it out. Oh, sorry, babe. I forgot. I made plans today. I had that brain injury. Sorry. George, what about you?
Yeah, George is a better one because
yeah, go ahead,
he's
George.
married. I don't think that's possible for George. I think he has to do it.
I've met Christina, and it's impossible.
It's fucking tough, dude.
Just
Christina,
pinch the nose, bro.
I gotta pinch the nose, dude.
That's what we gotta tell him offline is the pinch the nose thing.
Yeah, no, we'll fucking do that, dude. We gotta do offline, dude. We'll do a sidebar. It's funny when I just say, man, dude, hold on. So I got mixed things going on in my brain right now. So Colby, can you help me out and repeat the question one more time?
No, you're good. What is your go-to white lie to get out of work activity or relationship responsibilities?
So I would say if I'm okay now, if I'm in the office, I say I gotta work late.
Yep.
But in reality, it's Patrick. You know what I mean.
You gotta go to get choopies with me.
Get some choopies. Hey, babe, we got a client here.
Client meeting. Sorry.
Hey, it's fucking 10 o'clock.
Sorry.
They're in
Yep.
Indonesia. What do you want me to do?
Business, baby.
But
like
then,
that roof over your head?
I got nice couches too, so just in case I gotta sleep on the couch, you know what I mean?
That's smart. Always invest in nice couches in case you have to sleep on them.
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
Patrick, what about you?
Me getting out of relationship stuff, very difficult. I don't really have a good thing for that. But work-related stuff, it's like, I've got this thing at home, or I've got like a studio session I got to be at home, or I have something being delivered at my house. So I gotta.
And it requires a resigning.
Yeah, I gotta be at home. I gotta work from home today.
I honestly can't remember working in an office building pre-COVID at this point, which is kind of weird. But I'm gonna probably go with Old Faithful of I have diarrhea.
Never fails.
Never fails.
It never fails. They don't question it. You can't question it. You can't question it.
You want to see it?
I have diarrhea.
Come
It's
on,
supposed to
You
diarrhea,
sell it
dude.
so it sounds like diarrhea.
Right? Yo, if they say if they came to me and said prove it, I would like go smell the bathroom.
All your shit smell bad, so it doesn't matter.
Right? Exactly.
I see you.
No,
I see your
right after the nasty guy at work just came out and took a grumpy. You're like, see, I told you.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, what about you?
All
right. For me,
I mean, have you seen him?
I got a broken wing.
My elbow.
Broken arm.
I got a doctor's note right now that says has to work remote for the next month. So I'm in the business for that one. So I get to be home.
Shout out,
I get to work from home. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I get to work from home for the next 4 weeks. So
nice.
I hope you're the opposite of what the hand is, right? So I'm left-handed. Right?
I'm a righty.
There you
so
go.
I can click and type and everything. But
so are you?
That's not what he was talking about.
I was getting there. I was getting there. I'm a lefty.
Me too.
In other senses of the word. So I'm a little out of luck right now.
Hey, Dave, my elbow's out. Someone's got to take care of it.
Right. You got to learn to be a switch hitter.
Yeah. Gotta do it.
Ambidextrous. All right, so last question I have for you guys on the way out. aside from Manchester/London, where are some other places that you have on your bucket list? Patrick, you cannot answer with Italy because we already know.
Fair. Japan, Tokyo.
Tokyo?
Mm-hmm.
What in Tokyo specifically do you want to go see?
Just Japan in general, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually another one would be like the old. It's kind of a bad time to go right now, but go see like old Soviet sites in like Russia
Sure.
and
5
Ukraine
years
and
maybe.
stuff like that.
Give it like 5
Nito?
Yeah.
Greg?
I would have to say Australia.
Okay.
I'd love to go down to see the animals in Australia. I would say Chile too, or somewhere in South America with like a really nice,
Interesting.
really nice beach. Let's see where else. Yeah, I would say that. I would say something like that. Maybe along the Mediterranean. I don't know. I wouldn't say I wouldn't. It wouldn't be just one place, but I would say Australia first, and then damn, I'd love to go see Tokyo too. Vietnam.
Yeah.
Somewhere, you know,
Shit.
one of those, like freaking
Shit.
you know,
We know why you want to go there.
Thailand. That's a boys' trip to Thailand. Though.
That's a whole ass boys trip.
That's girls. No girls. allowed on
Potentially
that.
lady boys too, if you know what I mean.
Hey,
Exactly.
what happens in Thailand stays in Thailand. That's for sure.
Except
They're
for-
very fluid around there.
Yeah. $20,
George.
$20, bro.
Right.
I say for me, I wouldn't mind. I would love to go to Japan. It has some legit sushi. So I wouldn't mind going to Tokyo or Japan. Me and the wife had recently just talked about going to Ireland or Scotland, and to go out there. Not sure exactly why, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it at all, dude. You know what I mean? Of course,
I mean,
her
it's
family's from. Oh, sorry.
I would say it's really green, and that's not normal for you guys. So
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm not
I
sure
get it.
I know what that color is.
Yeah, we haven't seen green out here in a fucking minute, dude.
Even Sawara's a brown.
Dude. I don't know. But yeah, I say those ones, dude. Scotland, we've been talking about that for. We've been talking about going for our 10-year because our 10 years hitting in the next two more years. We want to take a trip out overseas somewhere. Ideally, I want to go to London and go watch a Chelsea game.
Sure.
Be realistic, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But I guess outside, we've been talking about Ireland, Scotland, and Japan would be a good one too. So that'd be good stuff, dude. Honestly.
What about you, Joe? I didn't even think to ask you this question. You've been kind of sitting there quiet the whole time.
Well, I'm letting our guests answer first, obviously.
You're so nice. You're so nice.
What a guy.
100% Australia. I want to go to see the zoo, and I want to meet fucking Irwin's kid so bad. Robert Irwin is like the coolest dude on social media. I love him. And I want to meet Steve Irwin's family because I loved him growing up. And then I would love to go to the Mediterranean and go to Greece and see all the pretty blue water and get to experience some of that culture. So, Australia.
Sounds like
Greece.
we're taking a trip, bro.
Saying
Euro trip.
Sounds like that's where we'll go. Australia first. We'll go hang out at the zoo. We'll fucking hang out with Robert Irwin and the fucking quokkas.
Yes.
And all the
That's some falseness. Yeah,
I was literally having this conversation with my girlfriend earlier today. Like, well, we should go to Australia. Like, oh yeah, okay. Let's just look at what flights would cost.
Bingo.
$2,000.
Would cost, yeah.
$2,000. So funny enough, I actually have family in Australia. They live just north of Sydney. They come over, right? They come over here like once every maybe 2-3 years. And they come on long visas. It's like usually for like 4 to 6 months. Because their kids do homeschooling, so they don't really worry about all that stuff. But just for them to come over in US dollars, they have to work like 3 times as hard. Because you got to take 4 people on a flight across the sea, which is typically 20-something hours. So there's like 15 grand right off rip.
Yep.
And then you have to feed yourself in an economic crisis. How you do it? I don't know how they do it. I really don't. They're coming over this year, so I'm really excited about it too because my son will get to play with his cousins.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah. They're both ruggers though. They don't play the footy.
Yeah. Around, bro. They're gonna show
right,
up, bro.
Right. My kid's quick. But I mean, the older one, I can see him just barreling for a raise. Yep. I love to see it too because my kid probably needs his clock cleaned a little bit.
Yeah.
He gets in his head. You humble him a little bit. He gets a little too in his head sometimes.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah. But do you guys have anything to lead us out with, or we want to wrap this up? We're almost at 2 hours.
I think
absolutely.
We heard all of us say where we want to go, and Colby, we didn't hear yours, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dog. Listen, if there's an artist that made a song about me, it's Chris Stapleton, Traveler. I want to go everywhere. I want to go everywhere. But if I'm gonna go first place on my mind.
Colby's bucket list, first class. Let's go.
Well, I can't throw England in there. So I just and there's context to the answers I'm about to give you. I just had my genealogy done a couple months ago. All my life, I thought I was Italian and Native American because my grandfather always told me that we had Native American blood, and my mom's side of the family, her mom, is straight up Italian. So I got my genealogy done, only to find out that I'm 53% British,
Right,
13% Scandinavian, 12% Italian, 3% German, which right,
very white.
all right.
It's about as wide as they come.
Right, I mean, I'm the quintessential American Eurobut. But if I'm going to choose out of all those places to go first, I'm probably going to choose. So directly, I'm like Swiss German.
Yeah.
I want to go to the Swiss Alps. Yeah, I want to go to Swiss Alps.
That would be
Hell
sick.
yeah, dude. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Go snowboarding, dude. I haven't snowboarded since I was like 28.
Yeah.
Carving down the Alps.
Yeah. So to go do that would probably be
There's
up
some
my list,
sick
followed
little-
by Italy.
Yeah, there's some sick little villages in like Austria too that are like camped right on the mountain.
Yes.
Oh, bro.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's my answer.
Yeah. It's a good answer.
All right,
boys.
gents.
Good show.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
dude.
go.
So, again, we want to thank you guys so much for coming on, hanging out with us tonight. Almost 2 hours. Longest show. Also, want to point out that we have had the most amount of viewers live that we've ever had in one of our shows. We are at 40 right now. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, hanging with us, chatting, and getting to know the Just a Bit of Banter boys coming from Arizona.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely. Before we go, I'm going to do our little shirt ad. We are doing still the 15% off with the code SnobbyAF. I always fuck that up. SnobbyAF at bonfire.com. Make sure you get on there. The only one that does not apply to is the If You Hate Man United shirt. And that is simply because it has a lot of text and a lot of color on the shirt. And they said no. We're not doing that for you guys. So there's a slide real quick.
Yeah.
New for wankers.
Ever.
And ever Anti-Journo Club, which is the front side. If you hate Man United shirt, clap your hands. Yes, sir. And then the Take Me Home shirt, which is just a dot in Manchester to show you where the stadium is. And then, of course, our trademark Snobby Boy t-shirts.
Love it.
Love it. All right. So, make sure that you go and follow Bit-o-Banter at Bit-o-Banter on Instagram, on X,
Twitter, X, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Twatter.
Greg,
Water.
Greg, want to hit us up, dude? You want to hit us up?
Get us
Yep.
up. Bit-o-Banter Pod on all the social medias, Twitter, Instagrams, TikTok. Get at
Tiki-taki.
your boy.
Tiki-taki.
Or
Make sure you
before
guys go
TikTok's
follow
banned.
him.
Hey, banter
Right.
on, dude.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on and bantering with us.
Thank you, boys.
We look
Always a pleasure.
forward to having you back next season. Just to catch up on things current, see where you guys are at, see where our teams are at. And one last thing for everybody, we are still rolling out the red carpet for you guys. So if you're a fan of the team or the show and you'd like to come on and talk with us, please send us a DM on our Instagram or our X account. You can also get a hold of us at our Gmail at snobbyboyspodcast@gmail.com. Until next week, everybody, I'm going to leave you with a little
emotional damage.
Thank you again, boys, for coming on. Cheers.
For having us.
Hey, guys.
Peace.